by my relentless desires to climb the hill and see the mountains and still continue to go even higher. Can't stop now. Must endure into the finish. I'm flying till the sky becomes my ground, and the universe becomes my limit. The earth becomes my turf, and every man, woman, child becomes witness to my walk, my story, my journey, and my...
Wait a minute. It's your boy. January. Money coming through, back up. Money coming through, back up. Money coming through, back up. Money coming through. See them two chicks, call that a double up. See that black range, call that an armor truck. Move them ropes, bitch, this ain't double dutch. 20 years career money, y'all niggas looking up. Pop champagne, call that a bubble up. Chicks came back, but I ain't trying to cuddle up. 31 flavors, talking about the cars, that garage like a rainbow. Like the juice in my cup, but I ain't trying to brag though. Hey. Sorry, popping in, they can come and watch us in. But you don't need to know. I'm waiting for you to say you leaving. What you don't do now. Hope you're ready, cause I'm ready about to put it down. Tell you never be please beg you. We have tomorrow, but tonight I want to spend you. Let's come, gotta make it last. So, I'ma be I know, try to say stop when the police say no. Here you go again, that voice is cool. Watch you make your girlfriend go. You've been waiting patiently, wondering when and where I be. The cousin rockets in the industry, making this so much you can't sleep. It's move too slow, y'all better step it up. If you that shit up in this club like I am in this club, and throw your middle fingers up. We all stars, shot set the bar, know who we are. So haters, back up. Money coming through, back up. Back up. Money coming through, back up. Back up. Money coming through, back up.
Hey, look, money in the bag, call that a robbery. Shorty seen the ass, now they wanna swallow me. Mag mouse swag, them hoes at the Dollar Tree. They wonder where I'm at, man. You hoes better follow me. Gone in the brain, need a lobotomy. Keep that thing clean on the side of me. Diamonds in my chain, think I won the lottery. Haters wanna hate, but they don't even bother me. Wait, it's money in the building. Cash so long, stack it to the ceiling. You ain't making meals, then you ain't even appealing. I'm a nigga Kellz, don't tell them how we feeling.
We all stars, shots at the bar, know who we are. So haters,
back up. Money coming through, back up. Money coming through, back up. Money coming through, back up. What up, everybody? Yeah, back up. What up, coming to you on a Sunday? Look, thanks for everybody that came through the 2 days to help me down with the DMX joint. I thank everybody. I gained like 20 new people. Shout out to y'all, because without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do it. So, Bible study is stuck. Okay, cool. Cool, Kimberly. Say a prayer for me in Bible study. So, I've been seeing some things that kind of had me puzzled. And the things that I've been seeing been kind of weird. Y'all know what I'm saying? So around this R. Kelly situation. So I've been seeing people come out and when Bruce and Sharon went on Grown Man Show platform, I heard everybody call them crackheads. I heard everybody call them traitors. I kept hearing people but I haven't been in this fight but a week and a half talking about, oh, I don't rock with the ops and this and this. So I gave a statement. And the statement is, if people over there wasn't dogging Robert family, then maybe they would give a interview on that side. Then somebody said, so what about you? Nah, I wasn't ready. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't ready for an interview at that time. But I find it funny how I heard somebody say, well, Dana and Sharon with Team Truth, and Dana's doing this and Dana doing that, and ain't none of it true. But it's fine. Lie on me all you want. You know, I don't care. You know me. I don't care. Lie on me all you want. Let's get that hour going. We only gonna be here for an hour. Only gonna be here for an hour. So y'all know I don't care what people say and stuff like this, but I'm gonna jump into this because I'm only gonna be here for an hour. And within that hour, I want to talk about the tap dancing, chicken sifting, Dollar General screw job of R. Kelly. And I have to talk about this because I hear some people saying this and saying that, and then I even seen people who's not even relevant that lives in Chicago that dick rides the story of R. Kelly and then try to put me in there like I'm the one that's a bad guy. We ain't gonna do that. So what I'm gonna say is, what's up, Dream Team? What up, friends? What up, Oak Cove? Hey, y'all go get everybody. Y'all go get everybody and bring them over here because we're gonna put this timeline together. I want to say around, oh boy, I'm in my DMX mode. I feel like growling. I want to say in my around July 2018, Don Russell was introduced back to Robert. From that point, some crazy things start happening all of a sudden. Now, y'all hear when y'all heard when Larry, grown little boy, gave the situation of the whole timeline, right? Okay. So let's break this down because we're going to talk about some things. All right. Hold on. Let's see which one it is first. That is. That is. So I'm going to take snippets from different pieces and y'all going to be able to see where this is going. Because in the beginning, let me send this off real quick. I got an hour before I get it in. So in the beginning, I guess Don was under this whole elaborate plan that he seen that R. Kelly was down. And he figured he can bring himself in to destroy Robert even more. So it would have been an easy takedown. And Don Russell words are, I'm fighting for Rob, but if you're fighting for Rob, Don, there's zero evidence for you to prove that you're fighting for Rob. He say he trying to take the music and sell it so that way he can get Robert new lawyers. Well, Robert never agreed to new lawyers. Then he sit back and say, "Oh no, I can do this and do that," but nothing came forth. However, the only thing that came forth is Don Russell's actions. And I'm going to break it down to y'all. He's taking the music to help the federal government prove the RICO Act. Dana, what do you mean? Well, I'm going to play an event full of things that y'all might want to see that a lot of y'all probably seen but didn't keep abreast of it. So, Exhibit A. Grown little boy is telling a breakdown. So let's listen to what he say.
This family, this mother-son duo, they live in a duplex. She lives upstairs on the main floor. Don lives on the bottom in Chicago. But they have never stopped from that point on in doing things to try to finesse people out of shit to make money off this man. Right? So, listen to this. This gonna blow your mind. So, they're pushed out because R. Kelly's team, they already don't like him. But at the time, they don't know. R. Kelly's team and his lawyers, they don't know anything about Don and Cash and all of this stuff that we be talking about. They don't know it to this day, right? So we're going to come back to that. But I want you to understand this. Bruce is in jail. It's going to blow your mind. Bruce is in jail. So Don and his mother started contacting Bruce on some pen pal shit, right? Because Bruce don't really got nobody. He in jail, you know? And Bruce asked him, say, hey, can I parole out to your house? Right? Bruce paroles out to Don's house. Don gives Bruce a room on the first floor, right? And this is fucked up, you know? But the real reason that Don got Bruce out of jail is because he was trying to work on the documentary and he wanted Bruce to be in the documentary. But at the time that Bruce is living in the house, Don goes out to the storage that was seized and they took what they needed out of there and stole 3 truckloads of R. Kelly shit.
Let's stop right there. I don't believe a friend is going to steal anything. Hello, everybody. I don't think a friend is going to steal anything from another friend. So before Bruce got to Don's house, Don had went to the storage. As y'all heard, 3 truckloads. And you heard Bruce come on the following day and talk about it, Bruce and Sharon. 3 truckloads, right? But before that, they took ADATs, pictures, trophies from the studio. And I broke it down to y'all the other day, and I showed y'all when the judge gave the injunction on Robert that he can't be at the studio, only but during certain times, and Robert fought it. The only person that was going there was Don because he knew the wife, but I guess the person for that was owning in the studio. Okay. So from that point, we get to Bruce getting there, Don leaving. As you notice, Bruce said he only seen Don a couple times. So from June or July 2018 until hold on, let me get it straight. Until November 2018. That's 2 years. Now, either you are overtly stupid or you came in with a plan to fuck him up. Now, I'm not judging and I'm not saying which one it was. I'm going to let y'all be the judge. Because I'm going to throw some things out there to tell y'all that y'all don't even know. That I didn't even know until I started looking at stuff. So let's fast forward. Robert got to turn himself in to the state. Robert got to turn himself into the state, and in doing so, this guy jumps out in full force in front of cameras, in front of everybody, and gives this interview.
He's ready, to tell his side, which is important. No one's heard his side.
What's he saying?
I mean, he's got to tell everybody the truth. You guys have been listening to one side of the story all these years, now it's time to tell the other side.
Doug, you talked to us outside court a little bit earlier today about some of the challenges he's facing in his life. You say this is a result of bad choices, but not pedophilia.
It's not bad choices. I mean, he's a survivor. This is a young guy, an older man who was, at the age of 8, molested by his sister for 8 years, and who told him she would kill him if he told his mother. I mean, so you got to realize, that's your sister. Who any of us have been through that? No. I mean, so you don't know what it feels like to go through that for 10 years of your life. It's in his book. He wrote the book, Solar Coaster. That's his book, and all this is in there.
But does that excuse any of the alleged behavior?
Absolutely not. It's alleged behavior, and that's because you're hearing from one side. But this is not a man who lets anybody in any of his events. This is not a man who I've ever seen go out and target a certain type of individual. Take my glasses off so I can see it.
You were saying he's never targeted young people.
That's not him.
But to what you were saying he was young and his sister was that age. Does he feel...
His sister was 10 years older than him.
Right, a teenager.
Right.
But I'm saying perhaps it's the age of his alleged victim.
Right. Say it again?
But that's about the age of his alleged victim.
Yeah, I mean, so what should be... Who he should be in the room with is psychiatrists, not police. I mean, and we know how the industry is. If you snort coke, they're going to put that in front of you. If you like women, they're going to put that in front of you. He doesn't card anybody coming to his events.
So the allegations are a very, very young girl.
Yeah, but these are women that, you got to think about this. Rob, when you go, dyslexic, we know about his issues with his, with not being properly educated and things of that nature. He wasn't going to that school because he was targeting somebody. He had a teacher, Lena McGlynn, who actually taught him how to play the piano and taught him about music and a lot of things. So he wasn't going there targeting anybody. He was going there to learn more about his craft. He's perfected his craft.
Did he have sex with 14-year-old girls?
Absolutely not. That's not what this man went into anything to do. Is he hypersexual? That's a question you ask him. But that didn't stem from him being someone that goes out to do that. What happened to him? But that didn't stem from him being someone that goes out to do that. What happened to him put him in that position. You're 8 years old. Somebody's taking advantage of you. What do you think is going to happen as a result to that?
My question is, did he have sex with 14-year-old girls willingly or unwillingly?
Absolutely not. I mean, I can say that with all my heart. I lost my daughter. I mean, so for me to sit here and think that I'm going to be around somebody who's targeting young women, I'm not going to do that. I mean, so, for the fact of the matter is, he's not the person that these women that are out here targeting men of high stature to validate themselves. That's just not who he is.
What about the videos?
The videos exist, but you think about this. Back in those days, Mike Tyson went to jail for what? Because he can prove what happened in that room, right? So he's not taking videos because he gets something off of me. He can have sex every day if he wanted to. He's R. Kelly. So you got to think about that. The only way to prove that it was consensual, maybe if it been taken. He wasn't. That's not what he chose to do. That's what he was advised to do on some occasions. I mean, so he's not a bad person. He's not the monster that everybody's portraying him to be. And you got to think about the agenda of those folks that are targeting him right now. There's two sides to the equation. Everybody's focusing on him, but they're not looking at the alleged survivors.
Do you think this is extortion? Is that what you think?
I mean, do the research. I mean, you got Shanti McGee. He's got 7 felonies for extortion, for bribery, for theft. Why is her rap shit not in question right now? Why is she not the person that people are looking at and thinking that she may have extorted him? As some of the other cases of Johanna. Pace, who's never been married, produce a marriage certificate. Why should I by her last name?
You brought something up about a letter or a document that came your way, asking for $50,000 or something.
Yeah, that's the latest quote unquote victim. She sent a letter to Melvin, which is his attorney in the eviction court, asking for money before she went public with her statement. And we didn't respond to that. And as a result of that, there's now a lawsuit. If you read the lawsuit, I mean, she stated a lot of different things. You guys have greater research than I can ever do. Do the research on the accusers. I mean, that's just really what I'm saying.
You said something about R. Kelly being scared.
Wouldn't you be?
I'm asking you, how's he doing? You said
right now, I mean, we all are, human beings in our own right. I mean, and you got to realize that there's certain people that just, wrong is wrong, right is right. You my friend, and you just did wrong. I love you, but don't take that. That's how it is in the streets of Chicago. We don't ride with people who just done something wrong. I mean, he's not a man that's been out here doing these things. He's R. Kelly. He has a brand that a lot of people are attracted to. He procreates a lot of babies, and that can be a problem too. I mean, but what you have to realize is that this is not a bad guy.
How long have you been friends with him?
I've known Richard Street before. What I tell you, when he was singing McDonald's on the Oddie in Washington, we was tap dancing trying to get the same spot. So I mean, I went off and did my own thing in business, and we came together later on in life after I heard about what he had been through.
Did he talk about being in jail? 3 nights in jail.
Yeah, he said he had to use the bathroom in 3 days, so he wouldn't even live it up.
Wait a minute, this is
He's got the repository of a lot of stuff right now. I hate to be their brother right now.
Okay,
Does R. Kelly know who he is after all that?
Actually, he's never been no more than Robert Sylvester Kelly. R. Kelly is a brand, and a lot of people make money off that brand. He's an aged brand. He's not like Nike.
His attorney says his finances are a mess.
Well, you know what? Anybody has been targeted in as much conspiracy as he has, of course their finances are going to be a mess. This industry is built up off of people separating artists like himself away from their intellectual property so they can control the value of their content. So Rob is a guy that loves to be in the studio all night. How can he produce such great hits, but yet be in charge of his business too? It's just not possible to be great in both areas. So he trusted the wrong people. And that's a big thing right there.
Right there, to that point, you said you were around him. They always have his people around him who made him feel better. One thing that you might be concerned about is that they're going to go after his enablers, and that was their way.
Absolutely, they should. Because he's not the only one. He's not at the front door. He's the guy that they come in to see. So whoever let the 14-year-old, whatever you guys are saying, in the room, what they get in there? How did they get in there? Absolutely not. I've got my own brand. I built my own company. I got a tech company and a few other things. I'm not trying to bring that out. But what I will say.
Okay. So, the most stupidest interview ever, but the most sabotaging interview. And if you looking at it from the point that I'm bringing it, or I'm trying to bring it to y'all will see that was the most damning video, because from that point, everybody ran with that. Everybody ran with, oh no, R. Kelly's on the videotape because of what he said. So moving right along, we're going to look at some stuff, right? We're going to look at some stuff. And I understand that this is only day one. This is day one. This is going to be a 2-part series. So it's going to be a 2-part series, 1 hour apiece. This is only day one. So basically moving forward, and we're going to look at, the trucks are gone already from the studio. Bruce came home. They're trying to use Bruce as a handyman, but to keep him busy so that way he can focus on what he got to do for R. Kelly. Then we go to a story that came out. If y'all can remember, me and Grown Man was going at it, and Grown Man put this story out. Well, after the storage has been taken advantage of, after the studio has been taken advantage of, we get TMZ posting stuff, right? And we all know in order to get to TMZ, you got to sell some things, or you got to sell them a good enough story. So what good enough story is it to sell in the mix of all the Robert stuff, and he's back and forth in jail? But that footage that you've seen, I correct myself. Robert had just came home, and they went to Biggs, and Don Russell jumped out there, and everybody in the place where he was at got mad at Don Russell, told him don't come back around. Don't come back around. So from that point, I guess Don was trying to make Robert pay for any and everything that, he felt as though Robert needed, because you heard Don say that Robert is where he belonged at, in jail. You heard him say that he don't deserve to come out. But what I'm talking about is TMZ mysteriously got sold a video. And mysteriously, nobody is saying anything. So mysteriously, this is the video that was sold to TMZ. I just want y'all to see this, because this is only day one, y'all. This is only day one. So mysteriously, this was sold to them.
Except for yours, boss. Okay. Can I have everyone on this side? Make
So, with that being said, how did TMZ get that video? Well, Don Russell sold them the video because nobody else had access to that footage. And it was it was stolen from the studio. It was stolen from the studio. So let's go here. We are ignoring people. Thank you, Nikki M. So from that point, what better way than to point out of a whole stunt to say, well, no, the Clarys did that. The Savages did that. And now Dana J did that. Come on, man. Really? So when people are saying, no, the Clarys did it, the Savages did it, they got to have stuff to back it up, like the crazy person that just jumped in and said that, not knowing that that was just a setup for the next move that I'm making. So the next move that I'm making is this right here. I knew people was going to say, that's not true, this and this and this and this. Well, let's put some truth on something. Nobody had links or connects with TMZ except for Don Russell. But you don't got to believe me. You don't got to believe me. You don't got to believe me, because I love this. I'm going to make him eat his own words. And in his own words, this is what he said.
Tell him congratulations. He just got him a wife for life.
You should talk to TMZ and just tell them you're hoodwinked, and they're gonna put y'all in a position to make some money. Talk to them. I've already talked to them about it. The benefit.
Man, I'm just real, man. No, it's just I'm done, man.
I understand that.
Me and my wife going through the divorce right now.
You know, so
and put me in a situation I gotta go through the divorce now. So
Tim,
I'm
Tim, you the man of your house. You can fix that shit.
No, it's over, bro. That shit. I've been married for 20-some years, bro. It's over.
You are the man of your house. You can fix that shit.
You talk. I already called some folks, my brothers, all that, man. This shit, once I do this, bro, marriages don't get fixed out there. You should know this. You're a family. Once you call brothers and tell them what the fuck going on, it's over, man. That's too much fun. My brothers know what's going on, what happened, what all this shit, bro. I'm done. I mean, tell Rob he can do what he gonna do. I go out and make my meeting, and you know, he got a right wife for him.
Like I said, you should talk to him. I ain't saying who else should talk to him with you, but you should. Go and talk to that man. I'm going to send you the number, call him, and tell him, listen, man, listen, they whatever. They curse you and this shit, they twist this shit. Whatever you got to tell them, because at the end of the day.
I'm going to pause there. First of all, why are you giving out Robert's number without his permission? First thing. But you're a friend. Robert's not a normal person. Robert is a person that, you know, needs to be protected at all times. On top of that, you offering Tim advice to contact TMZ and telling them what to say and how to move with TMZ. So this goes to show to the person that jumped in here being ignorant that Tim nor Angelo had any connects with TMZ, but Don did. Let's finish.
Hey, that's still your daughter. When all of this shit, the dust settles, you're gonna want a relationship with her, and what you're gonna want to be out there is that, listen, man, I screwed up, but I don't know if you feel that way. You feel like you made a mistake, but whatever happened, I just wanted to, get back close to you. Just coming from a man who lost a child.
Now you telling Tim to say something that he don't feel. Now, here's the narrative for Tim to get back in with his daughter and lie to his daughter. Let's finish.
I mean, so if I had it in me right now to go back in time and say 2 words to my baby girl, I wouldn't do it. I don't. So say something positive so you can have that at least out there. So when she sees it, it's public. Listen, baby, I'm sorry. I did try to make you. I'm talking about when you laying up there and she's standing over you at the end of your days. You want her to know that, goddamn it, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, and I wanted to fix this. Talk to God about the best way to get that out. And you come, because only you know what's happened. She knows too, which is why y'all are so far apart right now. But something has to be said. If you will realize that this thing is falling apart, it's not going the way everybody expected it to go, something has to be said. Because I've got a million fucking fans that when they start hearing this shit, like I told you, I promise you I won't put your ass in this. If you're going out there and you say something, you gotta rescind some of the stuff, not everything. Just go say something positive. Baby girl, I support you. If you're with that man and that's your choice, we love you, and I hope the best for you. And then go talk to my man over at TMZ or whoever you need to talk to. They're gonna put some money in your how it's affecting your family. This whole thing with Lifetime was some bullshit. They know the bitches is lying. You gotta say that shit. When you say that, guess what? It's out there. Right now, all that other stuff is out there. Put that out there so when your daughter can see it, she come up to you one day, Dad, why do you do that? I was just bamboozled, whatever. But at least it's out there that you had something on the other side. Clary's already done that. I have that already from him. And you can call him and verify that shit. It's on you now. You gotta do that. It's a lot of things that transpire. Huh? I promise you on everything. Why the fuck? I'm talking. You ain't talking shit. It's like I'm directing you. I'm not taking it, but brother, I told you, I don't play that shit, man. I don't play none of that.
I'm not taping your calls. I told you it's a family courtesy. I'm not doing any of that shit. I don't want this shit to exist. We got big deals we working on outside of this shit, and it's hampering with those deals. I'm not making no money calling you. Ain't no motherfucking body else. That's my man. We got deals going on that he appreciates, that I appreciate, that my investors appreciate, and this shit is fucking it up. So I'm talking on the fact of let's get this shit over with so we can get on to some real business. Fuck all this bullshit. So I'm giving you a call, man, and you call me, but last night was man to man, me calling you, talking to you and your family, because it could get real ugly if this shit comes out.
It's already, bro. I'm finna go through it.
Yeah, I know, but you don't want it to get worse. Tim, don't let it get worse. Is all I'm telling you. So just listen. I'm not instructing you. Sit down, pray on it, and pray on it. Pray on that shit. And if you feel like what I'm saying has some value to it, put something out there that says, "Listen, I'm accepting the fact that this shit could go completely wrong, and I don't want to be." The last thing before it go wrong is I'm on one side of the fence. Because that's going to look fucked up on me.
Last night, man. I figured Rob want to get some help. She want to get some help. I said it on the blog last night.
They don't need help based on the way they living, bro. I seen that shit. Listen, New Year's Eve I was with them. They don't need no help. They enjoying their motherfucking self. But right now, you the angry father that's mad because your daughter dating this older man and you attacking her man. That's how that shit going. And that's how they looking at it. And they fighting back.
Hey. She don't need me at this point, man. She got
wrong. She don't need you, but she wants you. No, you won't. She don't. Right at this particular point, she does need her father. I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's her man, but she needs her father. But her father's against her right now. That's how she feels. I'm
not against her, bro. I'm done with it.
That's how she feels. That's your daughter. She's your daughter forever. Tim, that's your daughter till the day you die, she died. So you have to put something out there saying that. Listen, I wasn't totally with that shit. Whatever. How do you feel like saying it? She needs to hear that. So if that day comes when y'all sitting face to face, baby, I'm sorry. You can at least say that. And it's not because you're sorry because the shit fell and crumbled on you. Listen, I realized before that shit came out that that was wrong. I should have never got in that shit. Period. I mean, so I'm giving you something. You take it if you won't. Take it not. What we have on our side is going to, listen, I'm not threatening you, but we have to make sure we protect our interests on this side. Understand that. So we got everything. This no average motherfucking Joe from the west side of Chicago. This is the fucking king. He's a fucking legend. We got what we need to protect him with. So I'm giving you this as a family fucking guy. Dude.
Well, Don, if you have what you need to protect him with, why is he in jail for 2.5 years? For 2 years and some change. So evidently nobody was protecting him. Y'all was trying to protect what comes with him. Y'all wasn't trying to protect him. Y'all was trying to protect what comes with him. Y'all don't give a hell about him as long as y'all can get the perks that came with him. And we all seen that, but let's continue.
I ain't talking to nobody else like this. You and Clary are the only two that I'm talking to because why? That man loved them girls and they got a relationship that I don't fucking understand, but they got one. I don't get it, but they got it. So I'm respecting their situation and what I've seen with my own fucking eyes. And I'm not trying to put nothing out there that's going to have you and your family fucked up or Clary and his family fucked up. We do have it, though. And we got them young girls ready to go public, too. So think about this shit, man.
Time out. We got them young girls. What young girls are you pertaining to, Don? What young girls was even there, Don? Now, these are the narratives that I've been talking about. This is why Don is going on platform because he's trying to do damage control for the shit he's already done. Let's finish.
You can play this shit back to the very beginning. You only understand. I don't know what happened in the beginning. You know that the girls know, and Rob is involved, and I'm protecting Rob's interests. That's it. But play it back to the beginning, and some shit happened along the way that you think, maybe I should have did that. Then you owe it to yourself to tell somebody the other side. That's all it is. And that's the only way you're not going to collect your karma on this shit. Go ahead, bro.
Can I say this?
Yeah, you can.
From the beginning, brother, I've never did anything to where my daughter wasn't satisfied with me. Not one bit. And from my father passing to my mother right now that's in front of me, for me going through a marriage that I had for 20 years, is down the toilet at this point. When I say I'm done, I wouldn't give a fuck if the moon came out on me right now. I'm done fucking with my daughter. I'm done fucking with this shit. I'm done with this whole shit, bro. And if I have to do what I have to do, I'm a self-made man. And my daughter just tell you, I'm a self-made man. So at the end of the day, I'm done with this shit, bro. This shit is killing my whole vibe. From my wife, from my daughter, from all this shit. And you know what you have to do? You cut, when you have a vibe like that, you cut that shit off and you keep it moving.
You got 2 daughters, dog. You can't just cut it off. You don't just have 1 daughter. You got 3, and they need.
Yeah, I got 2 other daughters, and I promise you.
Yeah, well, listen, Tim. I can't honor what you're saying, but listen, hear me out, man. I can't honor that shit at all because I wish I had 1.
Yeah.
So what you saying right now, that's chicken shit. Shit, I ain't trying to hear that, but you ain't. I mean, are you a savage? Shit, nah. You gotta play that back, boy. You did something in this to make your karma what the fuck it is. Own that shit. Because you see the way they're coming at him. You see the way all these rumors and fucking lies that you know are lies, and the way they're coming at him. Imagine when because y'all telling y'all side first. When the motherfucking direction switch to his response and it comes out there, oh my God. They're gonna look at you real strange. Wherever you gonna do this.
Call me now, man. I'm gonna hit you right back. I'm gonna hit you right back. All right.
Hello?
Now, if you paid attention to the very last ending, you heard Cash and Dawn laughing. Because it's making it seem like Robert is screwing these parents and trying to keep their daughters when the whole time it was Dawn. Now, this is all in the middle of what's going on. Now, let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. We're going to speed up a little bit. Then comes Surviving R. Kelly. We get this right here. We get this right here. And with this, you see New York City screening of Surviving R. Kelly evacuated after gun threat. Several women who have accused Kelly of sexual misconduct were in the audience when the evacuation was ordered. A private New York City screening of Lifetime's upcoming documentary series, Surviving R. Kelly, was evacuated over a gun threat on Tuesday night. According to multiple news reports, the series delves into the sexual misconduct allegations that have dogged the R&B singer for years. Several Kelly accusers and their family members were reportedly in the audience at Newhouse, Madison Square Garden in Manhattan, when the evacuation was ordered. Some of them had been scheduled to speak at a panel discussion immediately after the film screening, Verity reported. It was very painful for the survivors that they were not able to share their stories, a source told the magazine. I'm gonna skip that. Author and activist Feminist Jones, who was attending the screening, posted multiple videos of the scene on Instagram after the theater was evacuated. We think it was a credible threat. We think it was done by obvious parties to detract from the moment and this important subject. CEO of Values Partnership Joshua DeBose, who helped organize the screener, told those present after everyone had been evacuated. Other people who attended the screening reacted to the threat on Twitter. Writer Jamila Lemieux tweeted about the evacuation, asking who would do that? Who doesn't want people to see this movie? Who doesn't want his accusers to speak? This will only fuel the hashtag Mute R. Kelly's hashtag Surviving R. Kelly movement to end sexual violence. Founder of Girls for Gender Equality, Joanne Smith, tweeted Tuesday night, "Thank you, survivors, and at Lifetime, this is what power looks like, and we will not be deterred."
So this is what it looked like. Let me see.
Screening of Surviving R. Kelly, and
Hold on. I want y'all to see this. Okay.
so we were at the screening of Surviving R. Kelly, and there was a threat called in, and they had to evacuate everyone, and the survivors are going in their van, and they are leaving the scene. We have all been asked to go out. This was not a heavily promoted event.
Incredible threat. We think it was done by obvious parties to detract from this moment and this important subject. And so I hope everybody is okay.
This is Joshua Dubois. He is one of the people that does a lot of this promotion for these shows that and films that are focused on Black people. And he's a really amazing man, and he's done something really great here. But we were evacuated. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, that people see this movie. That's right. Oh no, this is live, baby. You know I'm live. So we were at the
the truth cannot be squashed. We know what's up. We know the time. The truth is out.
Yep.
It is over.
It's over.
He is mute.
He is done. Come January 3rd, everybody's going to see everything. They're going to see all this stuff. I saw an early some of the early uncut previews of it, and I was crying through the whole thing. Like, it's game changer. It's different, and it's like people who have been riding for R. Kelly are going to switch. A lot of people are going to switch sides. And it's really unfortunate that you have so many powerful women in this space. And I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all see who everybody out here trying to like Jamila, Kierna, me. Like, all these people is out here because we don't give a fuck. The mute R. Kelly sisters are out here. Like, this is real. The survivors are over here in there, and they're getting out of here. How dare you issue a threat to women who are trying to tell their stories? And see, this is why we do the work that we do. Whether we're talking about Me Too or You Okay Sis or any of these things, women cannot come forward. They cannot come forward without facing these threats and having to deal with violence. This is real. The survivors are over here in there, and they're getting out of here. How dare you issue a threat to women who are trying to tell their stories? And see, this is why we do the work that we do. We're all used to this.
It just makes you feel like his arm is so long. Exactly. It makes you feel like his arm is that you can reach us anywhere.
But it's like, yo, son, I'm from the Bronx. Don't bring that here. Like, real talk. You can't shut down the broadcast. And what you're doing is you're hyping it up with all of these people talking about this right now. Now it's going to be way past. Exactly. All these people in one room.
Y'all okay? Does
Yeah, no, we're good. I'm headed back to Philly. Okay. But Josh, I don't know if it was about them. I don't know if it's the fact that we were posting about. We were all here. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but Josh, you've seen how they hate us when we talk about R. Kelly. Oh, that makes sense.
But the crazy thing is, he may have messed up because now it may blow up even further.
Oh no, it's going to blow up. Oh, we are going to make sure that it blows up. Says there's an executive producer.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's live. But that's why we're here in this fight, and this is why we do what we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
No R. Kelly. Real toxic. We are all used to this. No, this is gonna be it. Yeah. That's it.
Now no one's gonna miss it.
Nobody's gonna miss it. They're gonna be plugged in for 3 nights. Like, every night, everybody's gonna be plugged in. Yes.
Wow.
Do you know the name of the man who made that announcement?
Because it was targeted towards the event. Yeah, but you know.
So Tarina Burke said she was kind of ignored with Andrea Lee's story, and they laughed about it, and then they talked about Robert like a dog, but Robert ain't the one that called it in. Robert ain't know nothing about it. So you see how everything that Don Russell does, it affects Robert? Because Robert like, yo, I don't know what's going on. but they attacking Robert for something that Don Russell has done. So I got 8 minutes left in this first part. So with that being said, we're going to speed it up a little bit because we see what's going on. We're going to speed it up. And speeding this whole ordeal up, we see Don Russell post this. Come on. Take a look at the screen. And it simply says, I don't know why this thing is lagging. And it simply says, RSK's task force just convened from a 2-hour strategy session. This is when we came out with the dollar for the king. So it says Brian Nix is the only attorney that has RSK's consent to receive funds in his honor. That means he's trying to say Doug Anton have not been told to do that, when we all know that Robert gave him permission to do that. And then he said, Doug been fired. Doug been fired. Others are headed out the door soon after per RSK's demands. Let's stop there. Why would you target Doug a year and a half into the situation? Because Doug was collecting funds on behalf of Robert that is overseen by the federal government, and the federal government even probed that dollar for the king, R. Kelly and defense fund, and said there's only $10,000 in there, and they made a joke about it and said, oh no, that's not enough money and for R. Kelly to escape. So I get it. You attack Doug Anton so that way people won't send anything for Robert, and that Robert don't have an adequate defense. But you can throw an alternative wrench and say it's for Robert when it's really for you. And then it says, for now, Greenberg has been restricted. Greenberg has been restricted. RSK is in good spirits. He asks to tell all his fans that have been praying for him, writing him, and sending commissary money, thank you from the bottom of his heart, and he loves you. Wait a minute. This is where the beginning of the commissary money started at. So now that we see that Don Russell was laying the groundwork with this, you understand why me and him was going back and forth. So I put out there the money that he stole. And when I did that, that's when all his croonies got upset. At that time, his croonie was just Bedbug. So I'm going to say this. Now that we got that out the way, let's go back here. Let's do this. I got 5 minutes. This is going to take more than 5 minutes. So for part one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it with this. Why is R. Kelly so important, Dana? Why would Don even do that? Okay, let's talk about it for the next 5 minutes. Hold on.
I know who handles Rob's business. Matter of fact, it was me.
Hold on. I didn't ask you to play that. So there we go. For the next 4 minutes, let's talk about it. And we're going to talk about it because this is just part one. I was going to wait till tomorrow to do part two, but no, I'm going to end it at actually an hour and 5 minutes after this presentation. That I'm going to come right back with part two. And we're going to finish this tonight. All right. So what you see in front of you is called RIAA. This is where people get paid that are artists or whatever. Now, let's go here. This is the Bible on which you're paid, how much you're sold, and what. So, R. Kelly, Black Panties. Release date December the 6th, 2013. It went gold April the 18th, 2016, which is 3 years later. It sold 0.5 million copies. If y'all see. The next one, which is Love Letter. Release date December the 14th, 2010. It went gold and then that's what it is. It went gold and then it matured on March the 1st, 2011. So I'm sorry. Black Panties went gold and then it matured on August the 8th. On April the 18th. That's what it was. I'm sorry. So Love Letter, it matured on March the 1st, 2011. And its standard solo album, it sold 0.5 million units, which means it went gold. Okay. Trapped in a Closet. Chapters 13 to 22. It went platinum. It went platinum. I'm sorry. The release date was August 21st, 2007. It went gold on release date. It went gold. On January 28th, 2008, it matured to go gold. Then on January 28th, 2008, probably like an hour later, it matured to go platinum. It sold 0.1 million units. Okay. Let's go R. Kelly, Bump and Grind. The release date, February the 3rd, 2006. It went gold. It matured December the 12th, 2007. The type, master tone. Pay attention. Master tone. It went 0.5 million. So that means his masters matured. And for every 0.1 million, it matures $4 million. So 4 million times 5 just for that 1 year. And it have matured every year since. And that's just off of Bump and Grind, the solo song. This is not the album, this is the song. Then you have R. Kelly, the Double Up album. It was released May the 29th, 2007. It went gold July the 3rd, 2007. Then it matured again and went platinum probably an hour later on July the 3rd, 2007. That's the standard. That's not even a master. That's the standard. And it sold 1 million certified units. So if 0.1 is 4 million, how much is 1 million? So while y'all doing this, I'm helping y'all keep track of this money. You have R. Kelly, I'm a Flirt remix. The song. It was released February 27, 2007. It matured on June the 15th, 2007. It went gold. Then it matured an hour later. It went platinum. June 15th, 2007. Look what it say. Master tone. That means whoever got that master got paid. So if it take 12 to make a million, right? No, it take 10 to make a million. And if 0.1 is 4 million, how much is 1 million? And what you do, you multiply 0.1 times 10. And that's what you get. So you have Trapped in a Closet, chapters 1 through 12. Okay. It was released November the 1st, right? 2005. Here's where it's going to bust you in your head at. 2 times multi-platinum. That means in the US alone, it sold over 1 million copies. That means it sold over 2 million copies. I'm sorry. Platinum, 1 million. Gold, 0.1. So this is just the standard version. So if the standard version did that, just imagine what the masters matured to. And what the masters matured to is way more than 0.2 million certified units. Now, if you take a look at it, the company is supposed to update the units. You see Jive, Zomba, Jive. Why aren't they updating the proper units? Because this 0.2 million don't coincide with 2 times multi-platinum. It don't even coincide with platinum. So, as you notice, I can go all the way down. This is the Bible. The stuff I haven't even touched yet. Look, all this platinum stuff. All is platinum. And if y'all want, I'll take a day and just break all this down for you, right? And you see Jive, 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 Jive. Island Def Jam / Jive, 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 Zomba, Jive, 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 RCA. I got one question to ask you. Who was RCA and Jive and Zomba brought out by? Sony. So guess who got the masters? And this is just what he done. Just a fraction of what he done. Just a fraction of what he done. So with that being said, if this is just a fraction, and so far I went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I covered 11 songs and 3 albums. And right there, that's over $69.4 million. Look how much left I got to do. On top of that, what about everybody that he wrote for that went multi-platinum? So when you hear people say, oh no, it's not about his music, they're lying. And if you pay attention to anything that Don Russell said, he always said, I'm going to take the music and I'm going to release it across seas. That's the end of part 1. Y'all come back and jump on because I'm only going to switch the title. I'm going to put a 2 behind the title and I'm going to come back on. I need all 177 of y'all back here because we're going to go all the way in this. Part 2 coming. Each part going to be an hour. And I don't care how long I got to sit here and do this today. I'm going to do it. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in like 30 seconds. All right? Peace.
What you gonna do now?